You're watching Coin News AM Extra at 8.
Okay, so kids are spending a lot of time indoors these days, and one challenge for parents is knowing how to provide them with both some entertainment but also enrichment.
Yes, well, maybe all they need is a piece of paper and a pencil. Joining us live this morning to talk about the importance of art for your kids is Bette Fetter, founder and CEO of Young Rembrandts. Good morning, Betty.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's very colorful behind you. So tell us first, what is Young Rembrandts, if I can even say it this morning?
Well, Young Rembrandts, we teach drawing classes to preschool kids and elementary kids, and we really focus on drawing because it's just such a basic form of communication that we think everybody benefits from.
I think it's really cool to watch kiddos kind of light up and really start to get involved with these things if you just kind of give them some of those first tools. I know you guys kind of use like a step-by-step process, right, to give them some of the basics and then really let them kind of go from there.
Absolutely. Most people think I can't draw and, it's just not for me, but it's really because they've never been shown how. And so by teaching kids the basic, just like we would do in music, in math, and any other subject, you've got to teach them the basic fundamental skills. And oh my gosh, kids gain such confidence and they can draw and they want to draw. And it's a lifetime pursuit that becomes available to them because they had some instruction.
Yeah, some guidance. Why are after-school programs like this so important for kids?
I think the schools are doing their darndest to provide kids with just basic information, all that they have to do, and goodness, especially now. But there's never enough time for the arts and to really work on that creative right side of the brain. And so many enrichment programs, they're filling gaps that the school can't do everything. And so it's so important to have other resources to add to what schools are doing.
Sure. Well, when you look at especially early childhood development, I think people are so quick to say like, oh, we got to make sure we're getting in this much math and this much reading and all these benchmarks. But what role all of that development?
Art is really about the right side of the brain. And when we're teaching, math and science, that's all great, but we have whole minds. We're teaching a lot of times to that left side, but the majority of people think with that right side creative part of themselves. And we're not developing our whole mind or our whole kids. And by doing this art and this, they learn to communicate, whether it's visually, verbally, but they're creating, they're communicating, they're finding a way to get themselves out there to be seen.
Yeah, and it does seem like, when there are budget cuts or decisions that have to be made, a lot of times these art programs can go by the wayside with schools. What has it been like in the pandemic, navigating as an after-school program?
We, like everybody, got shut down because we're not in the schools. But for Young Rembrandts, we have created some online options. So we have some live online classes kids can participate in. But we also created on-demand videos. So, everything you're seeing in my background, these are our on-demand lessons. So it's a 1-hour video that kids can do anytime, and they can draw with me. And it's so much fun. I love that I get to draw and encourage kids to keep drawing, but they get to do these videos on their own, regardless of pandemic or whatever learning situation they're in. And so I love it that we can keep kids drawing.
Yes. I think parents heard you can keep my kids busy for an hour. Where do I sign up?
Happily busy.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Bette Fetter, CEO of Young Rembrandts, for joining us. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, they do have after-school programs in Oregon and Washington. So for more information, we'll have a link for you on coin.com.
A fun thing to sign up for, especially right now when it's cold and you got to find some indoor activities. Yeah.